Alright, what is going on guys, H.Dangerous here back with another Street Fighter 5 video. And in today's video we're going to be going back to matchup knowledge videos, more specifically looking at Urien and how his dangerous headbutt affects Mika in the matchup specifically. So without further ado, let's just make sure I'm all good to go and we will jump straight into this. So yeah, just to regurgitate, we're going to be looking at the Urien matchup, or a specific situation in the Urien matchup, his special move Dangerous Headbutt, and how it affects Mika in the matchup, which is quite detrimental to Rainbow Mika in terms of her offensive options. We're going to showcase some situations and then go over a little counter in the matchup. I expect the majority of Mika players to know this stuff already, but if they do know and they're watching this, it's a refresher for them. If you don't know, well, it's just new information for you. So it's a win-win for all of us here. So first off, to make life easier, instead of swapping over to Urien, I'm just going to take over a slot in the recording aisle and we're going to go through it from here. So first off, what does Dangerous Headbutt look like? So Dangerous Headbutt looks like this, and it's got 4 different versions varying from the light version to the EX version. Now, one key thing to note about the regular versions of Dangerous Headbutt is the medium and the light version, when they hit the opponent, in our case Rainbow Mika, it leaves the opponent standing. The heavy version knocks them down, and you'll probably see Urien players use this at the end of combos for the vast majority of the part. And then obviously the EX version, self-explanatory, it is fully invincible for quite a while actually, but it has a lot of startup. I think it's 11 or 12 to be precise, do not quote me on that. And to be a little bit more intricate, a little bit more complex about Dangerous Headbutt as well, is Urien actually becomes airborne on several different frames depending on the version. So in the light version he becomes airborne on the 3rd frame, the medium version becomes airborne on the 4th frame, the heavy version becomes airborne on the 5th frame, so on and so forth. That's what Frame Assist tool is telling me, the FAT app on your phone, so be sure to go and check that out for the actual information. But that's what it's telling me. But to put it in layman terms, the way I see it in this matchup is you can kind of treat, we're going to be focused on the light Dangerous Headbutt specifically actually. Let me just turn off this recording here because we don't really need it anymore. Light Dangerous Headbutt kind of works as a regular backdash, or a regular backdash, just a backdash, because it's like throw invincible. I see it as it's throw invincible for the first couple frames, but if you strike it with a button, they'll be put in a counted state, probably become airborne or get crush counted, but it avoids throws, and that's what we're going to be looking at in this matchup here. So to kick things off, again, let us, I think it is this option here, wake up option 3, it should be a regular headbutt. Okay, so first situation that you want to know about why the light Dangerous Headbutt can be a bit detrimental to Rainbow Mika is if I was to do a Brimstone and dash up meaty Brimstone, the headbutt avoids it. Like I said, the app tells you it's airborne from the 3rd frame onwards for actually quite a while I think, but I'm treating it the same way as a backdash, so basically it's avoiding throws. Just to show you again, avoiding the throw. And if I go for a regular throw, it's still going to do the same thing. It's avoiding it and it hits Rainbow Mika. And like I said, actually I don't think I said it, but it leaves Urien at +1 frame advantage when it connects. We might delve into that a little bit later during this video, we will see. So as you can see in that situation, even if I do it for wingless airplane, go for a meaty throw, you know, it avoids it there. If I go for an EX Brimstone, you know, dash up Brimstone again or regular throw, it's avoiding it there. And just switch things up. If I turn it on guard all and then go to this option, I'm hoping it's this one. Yep, headbutt avoids it, stand light punch. So in a lot of common situations where Mika forces a guess and her command grabs or regular throws are potent options, the Dangerous Headbutt completely nullifies that, and like I said, is injurious to Rainbow Mika. So in turn what that does is it makes Mika players, in terms of the mindset, the psychological aspect behind this matchup, it makes Mika players not want to commit as hard and go for this safer, less riskier option, which is light attacks. But in doing so, you kind of severely reduce the damage output that you can inflict on the Urien player. So obviously, if I was to do Brimstone again, and he's going to wake up, if I do lights, stop him in his track, but I get a little combo, does 127 damage. Whereas if I was to do, you know, the usual, let me take this off, yeah, the usual Brimstone and then dash up Brimstone, I get 120 damage to 140 damage, but I get Urien into the corner. That's exactly where I want him to be. I don't have to risk it, and I limit his wake up options as well. So there's quite a few things that it can do, and it kind of is the deterrent to Rainbow Mika's offensive gameplay. you know, if you were to commit as hard, or sorry, yeah, if you were to do like a regular meaty and then maybe try and stop it a different way, let's do a meaty light. Oh, sorry, let's not block that. Sorry. God, oh, let's get that to wake up. Yeah, if you wanted to do like a different meaty, like meaty crouch medium, stop him in his tracks, get that sort of thing going. But you have to consider also as well that Urien does have the EX version. I'm hoping it's here. So the EX version is there. So if you were to like mix it up and maybe do a, oh, okay, let me just mix it up, stop him in his tracks, stop the headbutt because he thinks I'm going to do a throw, so I'm going to do a crush counter instead. But if you did commit to a heavy meaty attack, then that's when you got to think about, oh wait, EX headbutts inbound, I get hit by that, Urien gets great mileage off that anyway, especially when V trigger 1 is on deck because he might activate. So yeah, that's why I'm saying it doesn't make it makes you not want to commit as hard. Obviously the EX version, you need 1 bar for it. But aside all that, moving on, what is the counter to it? Well, it's quite simple, like we did show you. We go for meaty light attacks. So do that, stop him in his tracks, and then get a short combo there. And the same with other situations as well, going for a meaty light attack. You just stop him in his tracks, make sure he doesn't come out, and like I said, you get a little bit of damage. It's a lot less than what you'd normally want to inflict as a R.Mika player, but it's a safer, less riskier option, and you won't have to get clipped or like lose the entire round of an H.Dangerous Headbutt, and then it just gets calamitous from there. But one thing you do have to consider is what if he does have 1 bar with the Dangerous Headbutt, the regular version, as an option. Simple counter is, like I said, to reiterate, I'm going to keep saying it, you just do light attacks, because if you do a light attack and the regular version comes out, you stop him in his tracks, get a small little combo. If the EX version comes out, let's see if it gets random. The EX version, oh, short combo. Let's do it again. I'm hoping the EX version comes out now. There you go. EX version, you'll stop it in its tracks, or sorry, you'll block before it connects. And to put it in perspective of what that actually means is, light attacks recover before EX Headbutt connects. So I don't know if it's for all the light attacks in Street Fighter V, but the vast majority of light attacks, their recovery frames are quicker than the startup of H.Dangerous Headbutt, and I believe the same rules apply to Ed's reversal as well as Falk's. So that's why you hear or see everyone doing meaty light attacks in a lot of situations, so they don't get clipped by a reversal. And obviously Urien can combo off of his, so it's even more of a threat. But yeah, for most of the situations, if I take off the regular headbutt, you go for meaty light attack, the light attack comes out, recovers in time, then you get a fat punish depending on your resources. Again, if I do EX Brimstone and then do a light attack, now there you go, and then you block in time, and again. So as simple as that. You know, hopefully you guys are picking up on the idea. It's a nice small little counter, but I'm just breaking down the situations and showing where Urien players may actually go for a dangerous headbutt. Because if they go for a regular one, when I see the Urien players do this against Mika players, I know that they know the matchup. And that's when it becomes like a real mind game. Do you want to limit your damage output? You know, do you want to take that risk? What do you want to do? Do you want to get hit by the dangerous headbutt? Etc, etc. Now, going back to what I was saying before, so when a dangerous headbutt hits you, the medium or the light version, they actually are +1 on hit. So I'm going to do that and press the jab afterwards, right? So what this means, +1, because we're R.Mika, she's got a 3-frame button, +1's actually pretty good because we can actually trade with Urien. So if he does the headbutt, oh sorry, it whiffs on crouches as well, by the way. If you're crouching, the headbutt will whiff on you. So if it hits, and then he does the jab, what should happen is we should trade. There you go. So in a situation like this, if you do get hit, you just get ready to mash, because maybe something might crop up. This is hypothetically speaking. If he does, let's say, headbutt and then throw, what should happen in a scenario like this is your jab actually should stop the throw. Let's see, headbutt, yeah, so your jab will stop the throw because it's +1, it's not +2, thank God. So you can actually stop him from trying to steal a turn, I should say. Well, it's not really stealing a turn, he's taking advantage, but he's taking advantage of you being afraid and not doing anything after the headbutt is hit. But if someone does something as outlandish as maybe, let's say regular headbutt into EX headbutt, because you do know the situation, this is where it gets a little bit interesting, and this is why meaty light attacks are so prevalent against a character like Urien, because you do that, and then throw out the light, and then you get to punish him again. So it's pretty interesting stuff. Just highlighting that real quick. and just going over a couple situations where Dangerous Headbutt will be a threat to you. Obviously, don't overthink it. If the Urien player doesn't know it, then don't worry about it. But this is just matchup knowledge and making sure everyone is aware that Urien has a pretty interesting option that slashes two of Mika's prevalent options, which are throws, because she is a grappler. But we're just making everyone, or enlightening everyone about how it goes in the matchup. Alright, so that's going to be it for the video. So hopefully you guys found this helpful and insightful. Learn a little bit more about the Urien matchup, or a situation specifically in this matchup. Apologies if I was talking too fast or a bunch of gibberish. I do have a habit of that a lot of the time. If you did enjoy the video, then let me know in the comment sections below. If you didn't, then again let me know. Either way, it helps for me. And if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, you are more than welcome to. My following social media outlets are also in the description below, as well as the necessary information regarding this video. I'm hoping to get another matchup knowledge video out in a couple days time, because I will be leaving the country for a bit. Kind of like a little bit of a holiday. Can't really talk about much about that. But yeah, other than that, hope you guys enjoyed. It's been your boy H.Dangerous, and I'll see you guys on the next Street Fighter 5 videos. Until then, take care.